Maybe, how many crests did they play? They've only played one caress. If they have another caress, maybe we can bait them into putting more boost and points on the 8 if I poison it again.
Have the key. We're prepared to suffer and die.
It can make Yennefer better. Haha! Yes! Yes! That's right. We're using psychology here. That's absolutely how we're playing. We're using psychology. Hell yeah. We are using our wits. What's up, you legends? Welcome back to another deck guide. For today, I've put together a Nilfgaard list for you. The leader ability that we're going to be using is Imprisonment. It allows us to damage an enemy unit by 3, and we have 2 charges of this. Look to use the leader ability sparingly. It's really going to be to help you get round control. And of course, over a long round 3, when we're looking to play this deck in that fashion, you can shut down some of your opponent's engine-based units, right? Stratagem, this is when we're going first, obviously. You just get this token unit here. Helps us get a few more points to ensure round control. Lamp Gen is what we're playing. So it's a Philippe deck. We're playing Masquerade Ball. I think at this time, we're seeing a lot of status plays through Syndicate Poison. And, you know, Syndicate Poisons, they do self-poisoning, and they kind of spread their own poisons around their side of the board. So I thought maybe playing Philippe at this time, it could play for some extra value. And because they're doing self-poison, obviously Masquerade Ball gives us poison. Maybe we get even more value that way. In addition to that, Usurper in the final stage is a veiled unit, so we get protection against poisons. So I think kind of like, depending on what you're coming up across, if it's going to be Syndicate Poisons, maybe you got a bit of an edge against them with this list in that respect, considering they're doing self-poisons. And we've got a number of plays to shut down their plays too. So like, you know, they play Fallen Rayla. Vincent's a pretty good way to kill Fallen Rayla, destroy an enemy unit with a status. Rayla's a veiled unit. So, you know, I kind of came around to this deck because I was thinking in terms of it could counter that list. But of course, this could play good in any setting. That's just an example. So what I'll do is run you through this list bottom up and explain how best to play each card and when to play it during a match. So with the Emissary unit, we just have this in this deck for Braithens to make Braithens a proactive play. This goes to your opponent's side of the board, and you just get to boost an allied unit by 7 points. It's not really a card you're going to play from hand. You're going to leave this in your deck. It's just for Braithens to make him proactive. With the Hunter units, we're playing Masquerade Ball, so we do need to make sure we've got enough Aristocrats to trigger it. That's why we have them in here. And also the theme of the deck is it's pretty control heavy. So what you want to do with these units is play them range through for the locking ability they give you to shut down your opponent's units that have abilities. You can commit one round 1, and then perhaps you want to leave the other over a long round 3. That's fine. We have tactics in this deck just because we're playing Calveit to make sure we draw Calveit round 1 as much as possible, or as early on as possible. So we've got Double Joust to begin with. This allows us to damage an enemy unit by 4, remove its shield if it has it, or we can give an allied unit shield and boost it by 4 as well. Diplomacy, create and play a bronze card from your opponent's faction. With Diplomacy, maybe you'd want to consider using this when you're playing Braithens with a Duchess Informants, because, you know, you can kind of make a combination of plays of your opponent's units, use them against your opponent. Another good thing about having duplicates of these tactics is that sometimes you might come up against an opponent who plays Simlas, and you could go ahead and play these copies out from your deck, which could play for a lot of good points in some situations by playing coup onto Simlas. So that's kind of the reasoning why we got duplicates and why we got these tactics in this deck. With Duchess Informant, realistically, I think in order to get round control at this moment, considering the other builds that are out there, you're probably going to need to commit like Blightmakers, Braithens, Duchess Informant round 1. It's probably realistic to consider that. So round 1, play Braithens out, and you can go ahead and then play the Informants out subsequently. And from there, what you want to do is copy your opponent's bronze unit with this. This will go to your opponent's side of the board. It's a disloyal unit. And you just look to synergize your opponent's bronzes back against them and use those combinations. So feel free to use both Informants round 1, that's fine. Now going into some of our tempo plays, we've got the Mage Assassin, 4 Blightmakers in this deck. So we always want to keep both copies of the Mage Assassin in deck. And what we're looking to do is thin them out through the use of the Blightmakers. You play the Blightmaker down. It allows you to look into your deck, move the Mage Assassin to the top of your deck. According to that card's ability, it gets drawn out to the board and does 2 points of random damage. Okay, so that's how it works. These are a round 1 package to give us points and help get round control. We do have Double Thirsty Dame. These are great to play when we're playing Masquerade Ball, which is when we're going to be giving the majority of our statuses. And this card will be boosting itself by 1 whenever an enemy unit receives a status. So it does work good at that time. So yeah, you want to play these early on as activators for Masquerade Ball. Get them down first with Philippe early on. Remedy allows you to play a bronze unit from your opponent's graveyard. It may be a bit match dependent how good it plays. If you're versing Shield Wall and they have Damned Sorceress in their graveyard, it could be really good to take away value from the deck. You could break the opponent's shield. So in some cases, Remedy could play really good. Maybe the opponent likes to replay a bronze from their graveyard. That gives them a lot of points. You could steal it with this. So yeah, just use this as you need to. With the Blightmakers, we've covered that. We're just using those to thin out the Mage Assassins. Round 1 play. Fergus got a buff, which is why we've come back around to this kind of a list. It's an aristocrat, so it could trigger Masquerade Ball. We're a devotion list, so we're going to be giving 3 enemy units spying instead of 1. And the idea behind Fergus in this deck is that we want to make sure we firstly get down the Dames, the Usurper Officer. And once those units are down, you play Fergus towards the end of the match. And when you play Fergus, all those units will get a boost. And Fergus can help to set up a really good target to replicate and play, because we've got coup. So you could play coup onto a spying status unit, okay, and get some real good replay value out of it that way as well. And it does help with Philippe because we're giving a unit a status, and it could make Philippe better as well in that sense. So round 3 play, end of the match. With Philippe, if you control a vampire, gains Zeal. Give Doom to an enemy unit is the order. If it already has a status, lock it instead. If it has more than 1 status, poison it instead. Cooldown 1. I think we want to get Philippe down as early as possible. So maybe what you want to do is you play Masquerade Ball, and then because you've got a vampire down, you can get Zeal the very next turn playing this, and you can ensure you're getting that good value out of Philippe early on. And then you play the rest of your Thirsty Dames afterwards with the Usurper, and you just start giving statuses with Philippe, and hopefully get a lot of kills with him. So you're playing this with Masquerade Ball. That's the time to play this. For Tall Punish, we got Yennefer's Invocation. Save this at the end of the match for a highly boosted unit. Place an enemy unit at the top of your deck. Vincent could be a pretty good way to deal with defenders. So if your opponent plays a defender, obviously defender unit has that status, and you could just kill it off with this, and then you could play ball and work your poisons in. But yeah, it's usually a good way to answer defender. Also, Philippe is giving statuses. Fergus gives statuses. So we've got a number of ways to make sure Vincent gets consistency in this deck. Usually play this over a long round 3 with ball. Calveit just helps to ensure that we get all of our gold cards during a match, because it's going to put all our gold cards on the top of our deck and make sure we draw them into the subsequent rounds. So really what you want to do with Calveit is play this round 1. Okay, you could play this first thing and then play the Blightmakers out, Braithens, Informants. Go about it like that. With coup, obviously, we're playing Duchess, Informant, Emissary. So you could use coup onto those units. With leader ability, you could damage something down to 3 to get a death blow on it, replay it. We're giving statuses through Fergus. So you could use coup round 3 as well to replicate a good unit from the opponent. A lot of different ways to use coup. It's echo, so we get to use it twice. So you could use it round 1 and use it round 3. That's fine. Braithens, I do like to use it round 1 to get round control. If you can save it, it's great. But like I said, realistically, you're probably going to have to commit this card, considering the points and tempo that are out there. It's going to be boosting itself by 1 whenever we play a card that's not from our deck, and allows us to create and play a Bronze Disloyal unit from our starting deck. So like I said, that's going to be the Emissaries and the Duchess Informants. What would usually give you the most points is just playing the Duchess Informant and copying a bronze unit from your opponent's side of the board. But if there's nothing to copy, you obviously play Braithens with the Emissary. But wait till your opponent plays a good bronze card to copy, okay? So it can be round 1, can help you resist the bleed, or you can play it round 3. Flexible card in this deck. The Usurper Emperor got a buff. So spawn an operative on each enemy row and give them spying. Zeal Order seize all spying operatives. Whenever an enemy unit gains spying, boost self by 1. So Usurper Emperor will get a lot of good value out of playing Fergus now, because it will get a nice boost out of that. And what I'd say is, as far as the sequencing goes, you probably want to play this after having played Philippe, after having played the Dames with Masquerade Ball. Once you've gotten those units down, then you play Emperor after that, because soon you're going to play Fergus and kind of synergize your plays from there. So it's a round 3 play with Ball. And then obviously we've got Masquerade Ball here. Very strong card, gives us a lot of control. As we play Aristocrats, we just activate the chapters that you see there. So we get to play these units out. And obviously the Dame's going to get a lot of good value from the statuses that we're giving to our opponent's side of the board. Round 3, this is kind of how you're going to open up and play. And you're just going to start working your poisons in and destroy something with a good tall power. So now that I've outlined the list, let me run through how to execute the strategy for this deck. In my opinion, this is probably the best line to take with this list. Round 1, first thing you do is play Calveit. From there, you can play out the Blightmakers. After playing the Blightmakers, take a look at the points and your odds of winning round control. It's very important to win round control this deck. So if it looks like you're going to lose round control, consider playing Braithens, the Informants, and coup as well. If you commit that package round 1, I think it should be enough to get you round control. Past round 2, just go into a long round 3, and what you're going to do is play Masquerade Ball. After playing Ball, you'd play Philippe just to get his value going early on right away. You play your other Dames out. Then you're going to play the Emperor at that point. After doing that, then you're going to start to look to destroy your opponent's units. Yeah? You look to use Philippe to destroy the opponent's units. You got Vincent to do that. You're going to look to play Fergus. After playing Fergus, you could play coup onto something you gave spying to. And at the very end of the match, usually you're just going to use Yennefer's Invocation to remove a unit with a tall power. And hopefully that's enough to win you the match. So please share your feedback down below. And thanks for your support as always.
Onward! Sons of Nilfgaard!
Alright, my friends. Okay. Let's have some good luck here. Come on.
The elders must put a stop to this rebellion, else they will face devastation.
If I lock it, they just go Dryad's Caress. If we copy it, I could play Joust onto it, right?
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Okay.
I could drown you, sing.
Well, let's have a look. Rebuke, yep, it's good for them.
Spit it out already. I don't have all day.
Defeat them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
Snap and done. A clean kill.
We're gonna pass on even. I'm gonna pass on 5. Has to be. We'll get Braithens. We could do something. They're playing that?
Style. That's right. I like fighting with style.
Okay. Take it, no worries. We really want this now. I don't know. That's probably going to come in handy.
Tis mine. I was born, and I shall die with it.
Could just go for leap onto it. It's likely to go tall anyway, isn't it? Keeps us ahead.
Stress release is necessary for one's health.
Another?
Though trees live longer than humans, they need protection from them.
I don't mind going for leap. But do we want to wait? It's not the best target really to copy with Braithens.
Few poachers dare venture into the Von Morlohun's wood.
Dryad's Caress now. What you got? Isengrim's Council. Alright. Took a bit of time on this one.
Wait, yes, they won't let us talk to strangers.
Rebuke, really?
Take him to the woods and release the hounds.
Please wait, Your Excellency. Falling behind.
Tempering. Slowing down. They're just trying to make me waste stuff now. Okay.
Hey, Neuer in Esta!
Okay. Alright, here we go, here we go. We've got a good hand left over. I feel the bleed wasn't significant so much. Got a very strong hand left here. Right, right. Yes. What? Dames are going to be good because they boost when there's status. If I click again, it could be really bad. I'm not going to click again. Just going for that, isn't it? Maybe I'm just copying this to begin with, or playing it. Just take it slow.
A highly curious case.
Ugh, stop gurgling like that.
Yes, with Fergus, it's good. That's why I kept it.
I acknowledge neither your maps nor your borders.
I played 2 rebukes.
It is
East of Moravia, is it?
Simlas is very good coup, but I wasted some of my yeah.
The soil is fertile, fertile with magic, and dead to wine.
Act your age. At 2 centuries, you behave like you were barely one.
Hail, Captain. Aaron has shown us the way.
Agni's so strong in the immunity. It's giving him a lot of value here. I'm just trying to delay the poison. Okay. Well, we kind of have to activate now, don't we? I have to do this? I have to play an aristocrat here. They're all gonna trigger ball, whatever I play, whatever unit.
Don't ask a lady her age. It's unbecoming.
It's just tempering, isn't it? Actually, maybe this. Because it triggers dames. It triggers dames, and it gives them bleeding. Okay, they're purifying. Oh. Hmm.
Not afraid? You should.
Maybe, how many crests did they play? They've only played 1 caress. If they have another caress, maybe we can bait them into putting more boost and points on the 8 if I poison it again.
Have the key. We're prepared to suffer and die.
It can make Yennefer better. Haha! Yes! Yes! That's right. We're using psychology here. That's absolutely how we're playing. We're using psychology. Oh yeah. We are using our wits. It had a good effect. Let's stick with the theme.
Your Emperor.
Come on. Come on, baby.
Too slow.
Come on, pro rank.
Tall enough to kick your ass.
Yes! Yes! Finally got it! Finally freaking got it, man! Woo! Yeah! Love it! Oh, man, I've been grinding, man, but hey, the big brain works. The big brain moved worked, alright? We've got to use psychology in Gwent. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, we don't have our tempo here. They most likely bleed us next round. I think that's what's gonna happen. It would make sense. I'm sure they don't want a long round against poisons and locks. Yeah, any status will boost the dames, that's right. Anything. Yep. Shields. Armor's not a status.
Are you cold, human insect? It won't be long.
I shall not repeat Emil's mistakes.
Can't lock it, it's failed. But I can play shield onto Calveit and it could take frost damage if they're gonna keep doing that.
Resistance is futile.
We got dominance. I could copy warrior. They will boost, will they? Maybe they're boosting to 9 though, with the bronze. Okay. Just goes for more frost. We don't have dominance now. Consume could be good, because we're saving damage. We're getting dominance. Now I could copy the warriors. Got dominance. Still got passive points. It's good. Not bad. Okay, we got full leader out. That ain't too bad either. How much frost are talking about here? Okay. Look, all we want is a long round. If I pass, I'm up on points. They have to play a card. They go 2 cards down to us. So they have to go a long round. We get what we want. Already played Calveit. Or they draw if they pass as well. But we're card up. Because this boosts, doesn't it? Yeah. Yep, we get our long round. Good. So, Oberon King. That's failed, hey, in the final stage.
Few vultures dare venture into the Valhorrum's wood.
We got full leader out. That's very good too for us. Still got Braithens. What do we want? Want this. Want that. I think we leave it. Okay.
A taste of Northling, is it?
If they don't give us a good target for poison, we just slow it down. You got Braithens, Blightmaker. We can just wait on it a bit. Ooh, that's nice. At 7? I don't know. It's not good enough for us, is it? We didn't care about it yet?
I bring death, quite literally.
Boglet. Vincent's great. It's fine there. If I play an aristocrat now, we're triggering poison. Maybe we go emissary into Braithens. Gives us dominance over them. What kind of a deck are they? Devotion.
Your name, young man. A man should be cursed into an urchin.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
So yeah, Vincent's really good on the foglets actually. Right.
We've caught another taskmaster.
Not really happy with the targets here. I guess. Well, what's Locke going for? So what, we do end up killing the toad? Vincent's gonna go on the 6.
Excellent. I hope to stick on my chain.
Probably go Dame next. Oh.
Don't ask a lady her age. It's unbecoming.
We need room for the tokens. Gotta keep that in mind. Thank you very much for the Prime sub, Battlehawk. Really appreciate it. We just go Vincent on the 6. Could do it now. Thank you, means a lot.
Who taught you to fight like this?
Okay. Is the 6 even going to grow more than that?
Have the key. We're prepared to suffer and die.
Oh. I could go. So we take the 8. How much frost do they have here? Jens something and coup Imlerth. Our row's full.
Give me my son.
We can coup the Eridan. Maybe I Yennefer the 12 so they don't have dominance? Yeah, something like that. Metallica reference in Gwent. Master of Puppets?
Creatures, they shall not be missed.
How does its ability work? 2 turns. I'm probably just doing this. Maybe that's alright. We got 2 Tall Punish cards left. The 3's gonna go to Imlerith, Yennefer, for whatever else is lost, probably. Oh yeah, true, the voice line. Yes, yes.
Defeat a big bad lion.
All gentlemen have their vices.
Yennefer the 11th? Maybe that's it? Yeah, we got it. Excellent. Uncontested ball. I enjoy playing. That's what matters most. I don't know if I play Calveit just in case they're milling somehow. It's pretty nuts sometimes what they can do. I just wait to see what they're playing a bit first, maybe.
You're gonna get it now.
You love ball? Nice. So do I. Justing. Gonna do it again.
Nice, Tedatu.
Light makers, okay.
I bring death, quite literally.
Literal death. That's what we're bringing. We're bringing a literal death today. Assassination?
As good as dead, that lot.
What do you guys reckon? We're looking okay at this point?
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard!
NG Ball series skin? Ah, I don't have it. I don't have any series skins. I got Geralt, Regis. Yeah, should I bleed then? Like I just go for it? Maybe I just go for it. They didn't play Calveit. I think go for it, eh? Because otherwise they're just gonna delete me first. Let's hope they didn't draw that good. If they didn't play Calveit, they definitely don't have the golds we do.
Have I something in my teeth?
The first fun line, yes. Maybe we can even copy Dame's back with Braithens and Informant. That would be really nice. Armored Cavalry? Really? Why are they playing that? So the next thing I do will deliver a poison. Maybe I don't want to do that just yet.
War is no game, not to be taken lightly.
Shoot deck? Really? So, only singles. Okay. Right. No. I play one of those.
No good wine will come from here, not even compost.
Could go Braithens now. But, yeah, okay. I think Braithens is right, isn't it?
Take him to the woods and release the hounds.
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
The ship, a fine vintage it would have made.
You're welcome. Happy to do so. Okay.
A taste of movement?
Here we go. Should I bait the other lockout with the Dame? And then maybe that keeps Philippe alive. Is that a possibility? Dame and lock? We're gonna poison the Dame. We play Philippe? No, not Philippe now. We do Dame.
Don't ask a lady her age. It's unbecoming.
We bait out the lock. And we play Philippe.
Oh dear. Have I something in my teeth?
Not yet.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
A taste of morphine, is it?
Just waiting for that lock to come out. Because he'll just get locked right away anyway.
I wonder what my sneakers will catch you this time.
I'm still gonna wait. Fangs. Fangs, fangs, fangs. Fangs gives poisons. We want to bait out the lock though.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Battle of the Dames, no doubt. Calveit.
I forgive you. This time.
Feeling a bit peckish.
They're just gonna lock Philippe right away. Does it even matter at this point? I could use Philippe to give status to the 8. And then we kill it with that. That's gonna get locked now. 100%. It's getting locked. What in the world? It's a mirror match.
All gentlemen have their vices.
I was thinking about it. We'll see. Should I just go all in? Just take the 5. 13 points. Probably, eh? Because they did play... What's his name now? Maybe they don't have anything good left in their hand. We'll see. It's a good point difference.
You simply must pay my estate a visit one day.
How dare you?
Yeah.
You emperor.
Yes.